Hello, Awakened Creators. Amanda here, and in this episode, we're going to talk about why most creatives don't follow their passion. And you're not going to hear me give you a bunch of the standard do this, don't do that type of advice. Here at Awakened Creators, we do the inner work necessary in order for us to do the outer work we love. So let's get metaphysical. Once I had my spiritual awakening experience in 2017, I started to take a closer look at my life as a whole and all of the signs that were pointing towards my creative expression. And once I identified that that really was the true essence of who I was, my next question was, why the heck haven't I been doing that? I've been following a career path that has absolutely nothing to do with creativity. And I had struggled for so long in the job that I had, and I was trying so hard to make it work. I was, just trying to see what little tweaks I could make in the work that I was doing to do more of the things that excited me and less of the things that didn't. Like, I took all of that advice. I followed all of those don't follow your passion videos, convince yourself to enjoy jobs you don't like, don't quit even though you're absolutely miserable and it's driving you to suicide. And I did my best. I truly did. And I'm definitely somebody who, probably like you, is trying to lift themselves up, is trying to, wipe the sweat off their brow, do what they need to do for their families, for their futures, for their bank accounts, and are still finding themselves quite miserable and unhappy. And the first thing that I want to say, and the first thing that I really realized after my reawakening of my creative spark, was that there's nothing wrong with me. I thought for so long that there was something inherently wrong with me, because why could everyone else be happy and I couldn't? How could these people climb the ladder and seem so fulfilled, and yet I couldn't find that something, I couldn't find that reason, that extra spark to get up in the morning and do the work that I was doing, even though I knew that the work I was doing was purposeful, it was helping people, etc. And the reason is that my inherent being, the essence of my soul, is creative. And there's just no way about it. I am a creative being, and I truly do believe that the parts of ourselves that are inherent, those pieces of our essence, can't be ignored. They're not meant to just be brushed to the side and do what's practical instead. Now, that doesn't mean go, jump off a cliff, quit your job, have no money. But it does mean we need to seriously re-examine why the hell we aren't following our passion. Why aren't we? And that brings me to kind of the core takeaway that I want you to have with this video, is when you sit down and you ask yourself, I would love to do blank, but ... That's the work. That is the work that Awakened Creators is here to help you do. You need to look at all of those reasons, all of that programming, all of those negative mindsets, all of those thought patterns and belief structures that are keeping you trapped. You need to take a look and be willing to look. Be willing to look at why. Now, when you do this exercise, I'm going to warn you that it can be easy to start to beat yourself up. It can be easy to start to look at all of the excuses you've made throughout the years, and the reasons that you've given that maybe aren't so great, don't hold so much water, and recognize that you've been holding yourself back for a really long time. So I want to encourage you, and really it's necessary for you to have compassion for yourself, for you to really hold compassion for yourself, because you have been doing your best. You may not have been following your passion all these years. You may not have been doing what you love. You may have not been pursuing your creative dreams and goals and aspirations, but you're looking at it now. And awareness truly is the first step to transformation. You can't change things you're not aware of are a problem. So the fact that you would even do the exercise I mentioned and make your list, I would love to blank, follow your passion, whatever your goal is creatively, and then list out all the reasons why you think you can't do it. All the reasons why you can't follow your passion, all the reasons why you can't follow your dreams, all the reasons why art is impractical as a career choice, all the reasons why you'll never make money doing XYZ. Write it all out. Get it all out there. Because I want to tell you something really, really important. And if you're listening this far into the video, you need to hear this. You are the creator of your life. You have the power to change anything you want about your circumstances. And we're going to do the work together. The whole purpose and point of Awakened Creators is to help teach you how to begin to transform all of these things, all of these excuses, all of these mindsets, all of this BS that is stopping you from doing what you know in your heart and your soul you're meant to be doing. We're going to work together to clear all of that stuff out. And in fact, I want you to share some of your reasons. Share some of your excuses. Share them in the comments. Tell me why. Why can't you follow your passion? Why can't you follow your dreams? Why is it impractical for you to pursue a career in film, or to become an actor, or to become a fashion designer? Why? Or to become a drag queen? Whatever you want to do that you're passionate about, that creative spark within you that wants to express, why? Why can't you do it? I want you to tell me why. Tell me in the comments why. And then I want you to take that answer. I want you to spend all week thinking about it and asking yourself, is it really true? Is it really true that I can't do this? Is it really true? And even if it's true, if you convince yourself it is absolutely true, Amanda, if I do this, I will be kicked out of my house. If I do this, I will lose everything. If it's really true, I want you to start thinking about the what ifs that go in a positive direction. Because trust me, my mind is an expert at negative what ifs. And I bet yours is too. Well, what if this? Well, what if that? Well, what if this? What if that? Oh, and all of a sudden, all of this mountain of reasons piles up. Okay. And then I will tell you another thing that you need to know. You can have just as much a chance as a positive what if happening as a negative what if happening. So to balance those negative what ifs, I want you to write down all of the positive ones. What if that doesn't happen? What if my family accepts my choice? What if I find a support network outside of them? What if I connect with a mentor who can teach me? What if I can easily make this transition over the course of a couple years? What if? Start cultivating some what ifs that support your heart. Put that mind to work, that mind that can come up with a zillion scenarios, to come up with potential positive scenarios, potential scenarios where the universe supports you, potential scenarios where you following your passion isn't crazy, is normal and beautiful and supported and loved. You are created for a reason. You are passionate about what you really, really want to do for a reason. The same way that you go to the office and you work besides people who are passionate about working at that office. I bet you know somebody who you work with, and maybe you don't. Maybe your job is really that miserable that literally everybody's miserable. But I bet you could find one person there, in most cases, that's actually really happy to be there. That is what they want to do, and God bless them. But you are a creator. You have something else inside of you that wants to express itself. And trust and believe, if we don't get that out of you, it will cause a world of pain. And my guess is you've already been feeling it. You just maybe haven't been able to put your finger on why or where it's coming from. So, we're going to start focusing on this because this is extremely important. And yes, I am inspired because I finally, after over a decade of barking up the wrong tree, of climbing a ladder I didn't even want to be on, I am pursuing my passion. I am calling myself an artist. I am putting my work out there. My writing, my paintings, everything. My heart. Putting it out there. Because there's nothing else I can do. There is no option B for me. I tried. I tried option B and C and D. And it all led me to the same place. You don't belong here. I knew in my heart and my soul, I don't belong here. But I was too afraid to admit where I really belonged. Because I knew. I especially knew after my spiritual awakening. It was made crystal clear to me what I was to do with the rest of my life. And trust me, I tried to still, maybe I can just make a little adjustment here and go into this department instead, which is a little more creative and a little more like helpful towards people and interacting with people. Like, I tried. It's not my mission. It's not. And now, of course, I'm not saying no one should be working in an office. No one should be doing accounting. Trust me, I have met people who are passionate about numbers. They love that shit. They do. Good for them. You deserve to find something you love just as much, don't you? Don't you deserve that too? If you don't think so, there's your work. That's where you start. Why? Why don't you think you deserve it? Why does everyone else get to be happy except you? Why is it so important that you be the responsible one? That you be the one that does something they don't love? That you be the one who doesn't follow their passion? Why is it so important that you be the one? Can you see how you start to bring up all that shadow, all those things that have been holding you back all this time? All those excuses. And remember what I said at the beginning, be compassionate to yourself. Because you may not like the person who you've been to you. You may realize, damn, I have been so mean to myself. I have forced myself against my will to do things I did not want to do for a long time. I have sabotaged every chance I had to go do something that was more aligned with my heart. I have made every excuse and made myself feel like a freak for liking and loving what I loved. Forgive yourself. Have compassion for yourself, because you know what's really happening when we make all of these excuses, when we come up with all of these reasons why we're limited. We're limitless creator beings, and yet we limit ourselves, and we do it because we want to protect ourselves. But who are we protecting? We're not protecting our capital S self, our true essence self, our soul self. We're protecting our ego self. Because the ego, above all else, wants to survive. Whatever picture it has created of who it is, its number one priority is to make sure that that being, that creation, stays intact. Now, the ego can be convinced, which is a good thing, right? Your true self, your higher self, your essence can get the ego under its command, which is a true gift. And what we're going to work on teaching you here with Awakened Creators is how to do that, how to tame that ego of yours and get it to work and serve you, serve the heart. Because trust me, and I know you know from looking around this world, there are far too many egos running around without any permission from the heart. Just doing what ego wants to do. Doing what self-preservation wants to do. Doing what harboring resources wants to do. Not following the heart. Not following the heartfelt, loving passion within itself. Not upholding and standing up for love. But you get to be that gift. But the only way you can be that gift is by listening to your own essence. Staying true to your own passion. Upholding and giving your heart permission to be what it is, to love what it loves, to follow what it wants to follow. And yeah, you will be challenged. You will be challenged. Once you start walking away from the direction of the crowd, people will look. They'll say, where are you going? We're all going this way. Where are you going? Oh, well, I was going to go follow my passion real quick. Because life's short and I don't have that much time, and I really, really don't like this line. Like, y'all are in this line, and I didn't even know why I was in this line. But I want to go over here because it seems like a lot of fun, and I'm trying to have fun before I die. What is wrong with you? Who do you think you are? You need to start gathering up some answers for these people, because trust me, they will question you. But even if they do, and if that's your greatest fear, if that's the top excuse on your list, I would love to, but people will reject me, people will be mean to me, people will throw me out. Remember the what ifs, but what if they don't? Or what if they do, and you find your people, the people who accept you and love you for who you are? What if your next greatest adventure is waiting right over there? What if you just take one step into that costume store? What if you just go grab that brush? What if you just take that one small step and it changes your life forever? What if? So if you left a comment below with your I'd love to but statement on the reason why you can't, I want you to leave me a what if. Leave me your negative what if, and then I want you to write me a positive what if. Do this activity. I am telling you, it will clarify so much, and it will start you on a path of self-reflection that is so powerful. It will free you to do what you love. It will free you to follow your passion. It will free you to do what other people cannot do, what other people are too afraid to do. It will free you. And if you need support, and if you need help, and if you need encouragement, and if you need a friend, that is what Awaken Creators is here for you. Send me a message. Talk to the other people who are following and subscribing. Reach out. Just comment, I need help. I need support. I need a friend. I don't have anyone in my corner. We will be there for you. And if you're not already with us here on Instagram, on YouTube, come join. If you're not already on the email list, come join. And you can get to that through weareawakenedcreators.com. But you can follow your passion. Most people don't, because most people are not willing to do the work necessary to get out of their own way. But if you're here and you're watching this, I believe you are an extraordinary person. You are an awakened creator. And your journey has just begun. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to your heart. Thank you for loving yourself enough to show up and ask the tough questions. I love you. You're home here. You're safe here. And we are going to grow together tremendously. And then we are going to reach back and we are going to help others to come with us, to follow our passions, to spread joy and love across this planet by doing what we love, what we enjoy. That is how we will change the world. And you are a part of that. So thank you. Check out a few other videos if you'd like to before you subscribe. Join us over on Instagram at Awakened On Creators. I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.